All right, let's dive in. Today, we're talking about a platform called It's Buzzing. And it's built on a really simple, but kind of revolutionary idea, automating what is, by far, the most powerful marketing channel out there.
And boom, right away, they hit you with this: stop begging for customers. I mean, that's a bold way to start, right? But it cuts straight to a feeling so many business owners know all too well: that constant grind of chasing down the next lead.
So let's just flip that whole idea on its head for a second. What if your best customers, the ones who already love you, started bringing new ones right to your door? And what if it all happened automatically? That's a pretty powerful thought, so let's dig into how that could actually work.
Okay, so before we get to the solution, we really need to understand the problem it's trying to solve. And for a lot of businesses, the big problem is traditional advertising. Honestly, it's starting to feel like a totally broken model. This chart right here, it pretty much says it all. You look at things like Facebook ads or cold calling, what do you see? Trust is low, costs are high, and your conversion rates are, what, maybe a few percent if you're lucky? But then, look at that top line, word of mouth. Trust is through the roof, the cost is way down, and the results, they aren't just a little better, they're in a completely different league. You're basically pouring money into these other channels for scrap.
And here's the comparison boiled down. On one side, you've got traditional ads, low trust, super expensive, and the growth is totally linear. The second you turn off the money tap, the leads dry up. But on the other side, you've got word of mouth. Trust is sky high, it's cheap, and the growth, well, it actually compounds. It builds on itself.
And that leads us right to what is without a doubt the most effective marketing channel on the entire planet: referrals. This is the real engine that powers all that word-of-mouth magic. I mean, just look at these numbers. They're absolutely wild. We're talking about a conversion rate of 30 to 70%. Seriously, let that sink in. Your paid ads are fighting tooth and nail to maybe hit 3%, but a simple recommendation from a friend can convert over half the people it reaches. It's not even close.
Okay, so what about the money, the ROI? Well, the data shows that for every single dollar you spend on a referral reward, you get back an average of $4.70. So yeah, it's not just that it works, it's that it's just incredibly, ridiculously efficient.
And here's the kicker. It doesn't even stop once you get the new customer. People who come in through a referral, they're 85% more likely to actually stay with you. They show up already trusting you, which means they turn into much more loyal, long-term customers.
So when you put it all together, what do you get? Well, referrals win because that trust is already built in, which just lowers all the usual resistance people have. You get the highest conversion and retention rates, period. It turns your happy customers into your own personal marketing team, creating this lead engine that just keeps running on its own. And the best part? It's something your competitors can't just go out and buy. It delivers real, long-term compound growth.
Okay, but here's the big question, right? This all sounds great, but how in the world do you actually manage all this and scale it up? That has always been the challenge, and that's exactly where technology comes into play. Let's see how It's Buzzing aims to put this whole thing on autopilot.
They've really boiled it down to be as simple as possible. It's basically a 1-2-3 process. First, you create your program, set your rewards, get your codes, done. Second, your ambassadors, your happy customers, share their unique links. And third, well, you don't really do anything. The system tracks all the conversions and pays out the rewards automatically. Think about that. No more messy spreadsheets, no more forgetting to follow up with people.
And what this system creates is something they call an ambassador network. And this is a really key distinction. This isn't just hoping people talk about you. No, this is an organized, motivated group of your biggest fans who are actively equipped and encouraged to go out and find new business for you.
All right, so how does a specialized platform like this actually stack up against the other options out there? Let's get into a direct, data-backed comparison.
So let's take a look at the gig platforms, like a TaskRabbit or an Angie. The huge difference is the business model. With them, they're taking a cut of your revenue or charging you for every single lead. And critically, they own that customer relationship. With a system like It's Buzzing, it's totally different. You pay one flat fee, and you own your leads, 100%. They're your customers, not theirs.
Okay, but what about just using a simple link sharing tool like Linktree or something? Well, the key word here is specialization. Those tools are great for what they do, but It's Buzzing is a purpose-built referral engine. It has automated tracking, automated reward payouts, QR codes, all the stuff that's absolutely essential for a serious referral program, which those more generic tools just weren't designed to handle.
So what's the bottom line? What's the result of all this?
This bar chart paints a pretty clear picture. You see that slow, steady, linear growth from traditional marketing? Now look at the It's Buzzing bar. We're talking an average of 340% growth in customer referrals. That is what compound growth actually looks like in the real world.
Okay, that data is pretty impressive, but stories are what make it all feel real. So let's take a look at how this platform is actually changing things for real local businesses.
Let's start with Mike's handyman service. This guy saw 156% growth. He went from doing about 20 jobs a month to 50. And for him, the best part was that it was all automatic. He said he didn't have to chase anything anymore. The system just started bringing the work to him.
Or how about Bella's hair studio? She saw a 203% jump in new clients. For her, the big game changer was the tracking. You know that headache of someone saying, "Oh, so-and-so sent me," but you can't really track it? That was her life. Now she knows exactly who is bringing her business, and she can actually thank and reward them for it. It gives her total clarity.
And this isn't just for small service businesses. It works in really high-stakes industries too. Check out this real estate agency. They saw an 87% increase in their referral rate. Now think about what that actually means. Every time they close a deal, that one transaction now generates 3 to 4 new qualified leads. In the world of real estate, that is an absolute goldmine.
So when you look at a chart like this, it kind of brings the whole point home, doesn't it? When you think about where your next customer should come from, for a really healthy, sustainable business, referrals shouldn't just be one little slice of the pie. They should be the biggest piece by a long shot, totally dwarfing everything else.
And that really leaves us with this one final question to think about. Forget about the cost and headache of hiring a huge sales team. What if your most powerful, your most persuasive, and your most passionate sales force was already right there? What if they're just waiting for you to give them the tools to get started? What if it's just your happiest customers?